Oh shit, it's Star Wars Day and I have no video. I'll make one in a couple of hours now, which will probably mean the video will suck. Hopefully I don't forget next year. Fuck. Hello there, happy May the 4th. I hope you are all having a wonderful Star Wars Day. I want to make a Star Wars video on May the 4th every year, but I wanted to make it a little bit more serious this year after last year's thing. I want to talk about my favorite thing in The Last Jedi. Yeah, this will definitely be my most disliked video ever. The Last Jedi is the most controversial Star Wars film. A lot of people thought Rian Johnson's little action movie was great, because it actually tried to be different. It was about how our failures make us the people we are today, and about how we should learn from them instead of being about the good will win for the 86th time. It looked stunning with great visual effects and amazing cinematography that made the film even more special. There is just a lot to enjoy in this film. After I said that last sentence, I probably lost like 30 subscribers, because a lot of people also fucking hate this movie. I also understand why. It has two side plots that assassinate almost every character that appears in them. I still can't believe how much they destroyed Finn. Rian Johnson added a side character that fundamentally shouldn't exist, because Finn should have filled her role. Also, Luke Skywalker, the greatest hero of the galaxy, is a killer now. That last thing is the main reason people who grew up with the original trilogy hate this movie so much. I think the direction they took with Luke's character was kinda interesting and pretty well executed, even though I don't love the idea of making people's childhood hero a murderer. But anyway, this film is very controversial. You either love it or you hate it. And I'm somewhere in between. I think this is a 5 out of 10 movie with a lot of great ideas and a really disappointing script. I agree with almost all problems people have with this film, except for one. Rian Johnson did one thing that almost every person who has seen The Last Jedi hates. But I love it, and today I want to talk about it. The thing with The Last Jedi is that Rian was experimenting a lot with plot twists around this time. And The Last Jedi had millions of plot twists. And the Star Wars community didn't like most of them. The Force Awakens promised us a lot of things, and it seemed like The Last Jedi tried to break as many promises as possible. Snoke got killed off in a very anticlimactic way, when Force Awakens promised us that he would be the big bad for the trilogy. Luke turned out to be an old grumpy guy, when The Force Awakens promised us that our childhood hero would return. The community hated these twists, because it felt like Rian Johnson was just destroying everything that made people excited for The Last Jedi. And the internet got mad. We got very, very mad. The internet hated almost every twist The Last Jedi had, and I also didn't like most twists. But there is one twist in The Last Jedi that I actually adore. Rey's parents being nobodies. Everyone hated this because The Force Awakens heavily implied that Rey's parents were important people. So everyone got mad when Rian changed it, because it felt like he was just going down his list of all Force Awakens promises so that he could break them one by one. But this is different. I'll tell you why. So the main problem people had with Rey after Force Awakens was that she was a Mary Sue character, which means that she can do basically anything without an in-universe explanation for it. Mary Sue characters are bad, because a character with no weaknesses is very hard to relate to. I want to see characters with problems, because it means that they are literally me. If I see a character struggling, that makes them feel less like fake gods and more like people. I fucking despise the Lion King remake, because the lions look so realistic that it's impossible to see their emotions. The original Lion King was amazing, because the characters were extremely expressive. I could relate to them, because I could see that they were sad or happy. Star Wars has always had Mary Sue characters. Chosen One characters are just really hard to relate to because they are so far above us. And Rey is easily the worst Mary Sue character Star Wars has ever had. She's able to defeat someone with Jedi training without ever training herself. And her mind is so strong that she can defend herself from Kylo's mind tricks while reading his mind at the same time. It's very hard for the audience to relate to a character like that, because it feels like she has no weaknesses. The only time the movie actually shows her weakness is when she's forced to accept that her parents are never coming back, who, if you remember, were very important people. But then Rian came in and said, no, that's not true, they were just nobodies. I love this twist, because it makes Rey the first Skywalker saga protagonist to not be the chosen one. This is great because we get to see some more of her vulnerable side, and we can actually relate to her now that she's just a normal person. Rian also gives her an entire training arc to make it feel believable that she can do Force stuff now. I think Rian Johnson's goal for this film was to humanize Rey. No more perfect god, no more undeserved wins. Just a person with problems who has to train to be able to do cool stuff. And I think Ryan succeeded. Rey was just like all of us, but she was able to do special things because she believed she was special. But the only thing she actually was a normal person. A normal person with flaws. A normal person who makes mistakes. And isn't that the perfect direction to take your protagonist in a movie about everyone making mistakes? Yeah, I know. It's not the most original message or character arc, but it did make one of the least human characters in cinema human. Anyway, I hope JJ doesn't change this twist. Oh shit! Hey guys. I don't really have anything planned for this Blowfish status quo because I had to make this video in like 2 hours. I'm sorry it's not as good as my normal videos. I'm actually just improvising this bit. I didn't even have time to write it down. I hope I'm gonna be able to edit this in an hour and a half. Wish me luck. If the video is out on May the 4th, then I did it. Otherwise, I'm just too late. And this video will probably never be uploaded. Yeah. See ya.